Hello everybody, today I'd like to make a comparison video of the PC version and the PlayStation 4 version of Dead by Daylight. So let's begin with the controls. In the default console version of Dead by Daylight, the controls are slightly awkward but can be easily changed. So therefore, if we go based off the defaults of each system accordingly, the controls are not such a big deal, so they're about neutral each, with the PC having a slight edge in comparison. Now, I'd like to talk about a major complaint I actually have with the game. Number one is that the game in itself seems like it's not updated as much as the PC version. Perhaps this is to be expected due to the main platform of the game being a PC. However, one major component of it that needs to be changed very quickly if they want to continue a thriving player base, that is that the lobby queuing time needs to be changed. I understand that there's a big discrepancy between the player base for the survivors and the killers. However, lobby queuing time with 2 or more people seems to take longer than on the PC version. Like I said, there's a difference in the player pool. I'm completely understanding of that. However, it does seem like they take longer. So if it is a interface issue with that, then I believe that needs to be changed. Now, my second complaint would happen to be of the disconnecting factor of console version. So on the console, if you play a game, let's say you get 4 generators done and you're about, halfway through the 5th generator. Well, the thing is if the killer disconnects, you do not receive any blood points for that. So basically all your progress goes down the drain and you sit there and sulk and it doesn't matter. You just lost your time. I think that's bullshit, and a change that could be implemented to improve the game would be the blood system, in which 5,000 blood points or so are added to you once the killer disconnects in the PC version. I think this could definitely improve player quality of life. Okay. Because the game is currently free, I think that it contributes to more DCs, but the DCs do seem very frequent on the console version. Maybe that's a lack of server stability, but I will say that it's quite annoying to have the DC with the failing blood points like I mentioned earlier. Okay, another thing I noticed is that there's not a text chat in the console version, which I don't understand because, there's plenty of other games with text chat, and even in the PC version there's text chat in which players can discuss things in the pre-game lobby and also the post-game lobby. Is it because the casualness of the console players is a problem? I don't think so. The game's rated M. People should be used to trolling in video games by now. It's not a rare thing, so I think it's a bit lazy, to be honest. But if there's a technical issue, with that, then I could certainly, I'll mince my words, but otherwise I think it should be added. I don't see why not. What I will say, however, there is some pros to the game. Some pros that it seems like the game is slightly more accessible with the controller. If you change your certain controls, it does feel easier on the hands with the controller than it does the keyboard. So I will give it credit that if you change your basic commands, the commands aren't bad. I will also say that the special version of the game that is provided free for PlayStation Plus subscribers is nice because you get all the DLC with it for free, whereas in the PC version you have to pay for additional content, which at this point, the game's 2 years old, and the players who are going to play are hardcore. You should perhaps maybe raffle off free clothes, although I think they do sometimes on the Discord. I'm not exactly sure, but anyways, it is cool that the special version is the default free one for the game on console, so I must give them credit for that. But overall, I think if you were going to pick one of the games, I think you should stick with the PC version. Your computer for some reason doesn't have the capability of running it, then, play the console version, especially when it's free for this month, or last month at the time of this recording, depending on when it gets uploaded. But, those 3 major changes. I think that if the text chat was added to the game, if the blood points was changed in which, that you would get rewarded if the killer DC'd. Okay, this is the end of the video. Thanks for listening, and have a good one.